Big Daddy C Block's power. Got the streets devoured. Gold chains glisten in the hour. Flow like a sizzling shower. Spit fire like a dragon. Crews left staggering. Imagine the habit. Check it, Big Daddy moving. Calculating the scheme. Rough neck, no bleeding. Hardcore last clean. C Block Dominion. Pure raw strength in the kitchen.
Y'all motherfuckers know what time it is. C-Block on the Media Virus podcast. We've got Big Daddy. We've got Grse Monkey. We've got that Trump and Dorian Dadson, Professor Mike Victorious. And I am Matty Rock. Positive that anyone can have a podcast. This is the last segment of said podcast for the week. I know you're going to be sad after this. You're listening Sunday. Just so you guys know, if you're listening to this, if you just stumbled upon this, episode of the Media Virus podcast, and this is your first engagement with the Media Virus podcast, I highly recommend going back 2 episodes to 226A and starting from the beginning so that you can kind of get to where the show or the flow goes, because this is where nothing flows. Sometimes it's completely pure chaos. Sometimes it hits a brick wall. We never know what's going to happen here on the C Block of the Media Virus podcast. How are we doing, fellas?
Finer than frogs hair split 4 ways.
What did you say?
Finer than frogs hair split 4 ways.
Oh, well, that's pretty fine.
Damn fine.
Big Daddy, how fine are you, son?
I've had better days. I went to the hospital the other day, and I got diagnosed with 2nd stage ligma.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's terrible.
Wait, what did you get diagnosed with?
2nd stage ligma.
Ligma. What is that?
What is ligma? Ligma balls.
Oh. I was like, wait, is he serious or is he going for the ligma balls?
I was not given that. I wasn't giving you that easy. I was going to stare at you, make you fucking work for it. Here comes Pete.
What's a ligma?
Well, to be fair, he should have said ligma, not ligma.
No, he said ligma to get you to bite.
If I had said ligma, it would have been too easy if I had said ligma.
Pete, you're the oldest one.
Yeah,
you've been on this planet for the longest.
Out of all of you, yes.
Out of all of us. And you got fooled by our youngest, our most dry member. What do you mean, no?
I was not fooled.
You took the
I was misled. I was misled.
you took the misled and fooled are literally the same thing.
Maybe in your world.
It was a stage 2. Threw that in there. I thought I enjoyed that.
The stage 2 was really what? Because Pete had there was genuine concern on Pete's face. And part of that, part of Pete's problem is he's sitting in his car and he's looking at his phone from a distance, right? And it's real hard to see exactly what's going on. Where I am looking at a huge screen and I can see your smart ass face. And there's you would not be delivered. First of all, if you received life-altering news, I don't think we'd be hearing about it on the Media Virus podcast.
What news?
Life-altering?
Oh, I thought you said life-authoring. I was like, huh?
I guess it's really kind of the same. Still going to the same place. It dictates the next steps in your life. But that was grade A. I can't believe that worked. It did.
I can't believe it worked.
Well, that's not as bad as end stage D's.
No one's giving it to you, Pete.
No
Sorry.
one's giving it to me.
Sorry, Pete.
No.
That's fine.
Yeah. These nuts. All right.
D's nuts.
These nuts.
So we're gonna talk about this next thing because I have one joke and I think it's hilarious. You guys ready?
Let's do this.
I gotta get to it now. All right. So in Chile, a Chilean artist, Marco Avaristi, has abandoned his controversial art exhibition in Copenhagen, Denmark, where he planned to starve 3 piglets to death. His aim
Fucking
was to
scumbag.
highlight the suffering in mass meat production. Animal rights activists, aided by Avaristi's friend Casper Stevenson, stole the piglets named Lucia, Simon, and Benjamin. Avaristi initially reported the theft to the police and shut down the exhibition. However, he later stated he was happy the piglets would now have a good life. Stevenson admitted to helping free the animals after his daughter pleaded with him to save them. Avaristi now plans to revive the exhibition using piglets that have died in meat processing plants. Display them in transparent refrigerators to illustrate the harsh conditions of animal agriculture. That to me sounds like the meat aisle at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is, animals that have died in the meat processing plant and kept in a refrigerator. But this guy was gonna.
That is exactly the meat aisle in the grocery store.
It's the meat aisle. That's what it is. It's meat aisle in the grocery store. But that's not my joke. So the guy was basically going to starve piglets to death to like protest and highlight the suffering in mass meat production.
Right.
Let's hope this guy never decides to protest child molestation or human trafficking.
Scumbag.
So that's it.
Wow.
That's the.
He's a fucking dude. What
Yeah.
a scumbag.
Yeah, fuck. What kind of scumbag fucking doesn't starve pigs because your daughter said, dude? Listen,
What-
if your art's important, your art's important. You don't change your art. You don't just because a bunch of people don't want you to starve piglets doesn't mean you back the fuck down, pussy. Right? Isn't that what
You have to commit.
But
Yeah,
he's a
isn't that
scumbag for wanting to starve the piglets.
Oh, that's
especially for a bitch. You don't change who you are for no bitch.
right. I mean, he was a scumbag for wanting to starve the piglets, but he's a wishy-washy scumbag for getting
Right.
talked out of it for
Yeah.
some bitch just because he was fucking related to her.
Mhm.
You know? Just because she looked a little bit like the girl he likes to fuck. That's a weird thing. That was a hard sentence.
Yeah.
Probably.
Shoot.
Yeah. You guys want to move past there, just sitting like soaking it for a while.
Hey, you know what's been soaking in it?
What's that?
Passengers' clothes on Indian Airlines flights.
Yeah, that's right. Go for it, man.
This is TMVP News, and I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris. Air India has issued an urgent plea to passengers. Stop flushing your personal belongings down airplane toilets.
Oh, and I hate when I accidentally drop my entire wardrobe into the crapper.
Flight AI 126 from Chicago to Delhi found itself in deep. Well,
You're telling me Chicago doesn't have a deli?
well, that
Like, I know New York has delis, but I mean, you're going to fly to New York to go to the deli?
Delhi, India.
There's delis in India?
Yes.
Oh.
There's Delhi and New Delhi. There's two.
There's a new Delhi? I
Yeah,
like the old one.
Well, then go to the old one.
Well, the New Delhi sells chips too.
I'll need to try their pastrami.
All right,
Well,
Mike, I'm sorry.
Let's just say they have trouble. When 8 of its 12 lavatories became clogged mid-flight,
They had 12 lavatories?
the culprit? A collection of plastic bags, rags, and clothing items mysteriously making their way down the pipes.
Dude, who gets on a plane and just like, like seriously, how many people shit themselves on a plane that because there's only one I can only fathom.
That's the only reason to flush your clothes down the toilet.
There's 2 reasons to flush your clothes down the toilet. Okay. The first one is you shit yourself. The second one is
You're
you
wearing a
came
blood
dressed
covered
one way, you're like an assassin,
Oh.
right? So you go into the bathroom, you change, so you look like somebody else. Now you got to do something with your old clothes, so you flush them down the toilet. Those are the only 2 scenarios.
I wish to press a third option there.
I got
It
balloons.
Okay, I have a fourth.
All right, we have more options.
It is possible that you entered that lavatory wearing a blood-soaked clown suit over your clothing. So you may want to flush the blood-soaked clown suit.
I feel like
I did not have that on my bingo card.
I feel like a plane full of passengers
Right.
is gonna notice a blood-soaked clown suit.
That's why you put it down the fucking toilet, so you get
Yeah,
rid of
but
it.
you had to get to the toilet. You had to go through the plane.
What? Hold on. What movie did you see that in, Mike?
I didn't.
Or Professor? Sorry.
Oh, there's
We always joke about blood-soaked clown suits.
bloody
We're
clown
John Wayne
suits,
Gacy
the bloody-
fans around here.
It's the end of a horrible joke. That all we can once you reference the bloody clown suit, you know the joke. You don't want to hear it, so you just go, "Ha, bloody clown suit." Right? I'm not going to tell it. Fuck you. But I feel like people would see you walk into a man walks into an airplane bathroom wearing a bloody clown suit. That's
that
like the
brings us
passengers
to-
are going to notice unless you.
That brings us to the age-old question. What came first? The fucking bitch who wouldn't leave me alone or the bloody clown suit?
Obviously, it was the. All right, let's have Big Daddy. I think actually had some input into this.
I did have a thought. I'm my guess is going to be menstruating women because bitches be on the rag, so they try to flush the rag.
Just be on the rag.
Yeah, but the wrapper too, and the fucking. Like they didn't say it was full of menstrual pads. They said it was full of clothing. You know.
Right. So bitches be on the rags and then they flush the rag.
It's just rags.
Just rags. That's why they call it on the rag.
I love it
Be
when-
on the rag.
I love it when our resident medical professional steps up with the real talk. And
I love it.
Maybe-
When
bitches be
said
on the
Big
rag.
Daddy had something to contribute.
Because sometimes bitches be on the rag.
I'm still stuck on 12 bathrooms on an airplane?
Right? That's what I'm. That's a and
Dude, like how big is this plane?
It was probably
Listen.
it was probably a Boeing 777.
to go to a
Have
fucking.
you
Yeah, I
Have
guess
you
I've only been on
had-
smaller planes.
have you had Indian food? They needed 12 bathrooms on that plane.
No
I'm
one.
I'm just saying. Damn.
If that many people shit themselves, man, they went to the wrong deli.
I mean, in their defense, they only had 13 buckets. So
I feel like nobody in India has ever had a solid bowel movement.
Like maybe they mistook the toilets for like washing machines and they thought, oh, look, I'll do my laundry. Or that's how they do laundry in India. I don't know.
I don't know.
They saw the blue water, thought it was detergent. We're like, hey.
If you've got the wherewithal to get yourself to Chicago from India and you're now going back, I feel like you've seen a washing machine before.
Well, you know, just to keep things moving, let's go with the next story. Because we are TMVP, we're bringing you the news that you didn't need, you didn't know you needed, and you probably wish you hadn't heard. Tonight, we're going to head on down to Houston, Texas, where a funeral home worker decided that one particular corpse needed some extra post-mortem processing. Amber Loudermilk, an embalmer at Memorial Mortuary and Crematory. I thought it was crematorium.
Crematory is also
okay. Allegedly took a scalpel to the remains of one Charles Roy Rodriguez, who, for the record, was a registered sex offender. And, well, let's just say she cut ties with his past in the most personal way possible. Let's just say she pulled a Lorena Bobbitt, but late.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Loudermilk, 34, allegedly severed Rodriguez's penis, and then because simply disposing of it wouldn't have been enough, she stuffed it in his mouth. That's right, folks. A real-life game of guess where this used to be. I mean, talk about giving someone a taste of their own medicine.
Oh.
You usually got to pay extra for that kind of service at a mortuary. Authorities say that the embalmer carried out the act in front of a student, telling them you didn't see anything, which in fairness is exactly what Rodriguez is seeing for the rest of eternity. I mean, you know, the guy's dead. So the funeral home initially tried to keep things quiet, but when another employee noticed something was off down below, Loudermilk casually responded that the deceased had a lot going on with him, and that might be the understatement of the year.
Yeah, dude. Had less going on with him by the time she was done, right? And imagine being the poor bastard who has to explain this at the pearly gates. Yeah, St. Peter, I kind of lost something on the way up.
Rodriguez, who died of natural causes, had been on the Texas sex offender registry since 2001 after being convicted of sexual assault. While some people are calling this vigilante justice, law enforcement insists that even the worst offenders deserve dignity and death. Loudermilk has been charged with abuse of a corpse, proving that even when the guy is 6 feet under, the long arm of the alarm, that line doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyway, reporting live for TMVP, I'm not the Reverend Professor Michael Torres. I'm Matty Rockdeff, reminding you that while some people take their secrets to the grave, others take their severed parts with them. Back to you, Mike.
Matty, I gotta say, that is one way to make sure he doesn't offend again. But for real, this whole thing is nuts. Or, well, you know, nut adjacent.
No, the nuts went in his mouth.
I want to say I don't think he got in, you know, because St. Peter couldn't understand what he was saying. St. Peter said name, and he went.
Yeah, what do you got a tick in your mouth, boy?
Spit it out.
That is that's a fucking weird story, you know. But I thought there were stories that Big Daddy would appreciate. You know,
I definitely appreciate, but I how frightening must that have been for the student to watch, right? To watch your teacher cut some dude's dick off and that you ain't seen shit. Like, no.
My guess is it was done casually as well. Like, there's probably not a whole lot of pomp and circumstance.
That's even more scary to watch her casually.
Right.
Don't need this anymore.
How did you know his record? Like this, was he a well-known sex offender, or like I don't?
Yeah, I mean,
Unless she knew him, she might have known him.
That's like who knows? That could have been the issue too.
Just because she wanted to play with his balls one last time.
I don't.
There's mixed reviews on whether that really happens or not.
Can't trust a woman with any job. God damn.
On what really happens or not.
Mortuary workers getting touchy feely.
Well, I gotta tell you, Alice Cooper wrote 2 songs about it, so they're
balloons.
That's every time I put up the. Now it won't do
So
it.
that gives you all the information you need right there.
Not just one song about it. He wrote probably more. I mean, I'm not familiar with his whole discography.
If I saw a pair of big old fake titties, I feel like you gotta squeeze them. Just a, like. I mean, nothing disgusting, but
just feeling up a cold dead woman.
just a quick squeeze. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when you're cooking on a grill.
Disgusting.
Nothing disgusting. It's like when you're cooking on a grill.
For sake, I'm just gonna squeeze your tits.
I'm just gonna squeeze the titty. Look, it's like when you're cooking with a barbecue, right? And you just have to do it. Or when you have the barbecue tongs and you have to click twice to make sure it works. You see a big pair of titties, you gotta just honk, make sure that they're still there. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm hearing is a cold dead titty is still a titty.
It's still a titty. I mean, it's gonna be warm in a minute.
You all right, Matt?
I think I'm having a stroke.
I mean, yeah.
To be proud of.
I mean, it starts out.
So when you apply for that mortuary job, Big Daddy, don't let them see this.
I mean, they said it'll start out cold, but it warms up fast.
You put them in the microwave?
You'd be surprised how fast titties can warm up in the microwave. Matt, if you put it in there with a bowl of popcorn.
I'm just saying, thinking, if you send somebody to the crematorium with fake titties, like, is silicone flammable?
I think they take them out.
Now, most of that stuff burns off.
I was gonna say, I feel like it would just burn out. Yeah.
They like if you've had joint replacements, they usually grab those out before they grind the leftovers, because the metal messes up the grinder apparently. But
what's the?
That's what they called me when I worked there.
Huh?
The grinder.
That's what they called me when I worked there. They called me the grinder.
No, I've seen several memes.
What?
I've seen several memes to the effect of, the last thing I'm going to do before I die is eat a whole bunch of unpopped popcorn kernels.
All right,
then has to be then has to be cremated.
You can time it right. It's good. It's good fun. It's good fun,
Right?
But I want to find a way out of this discussion.
What's Big Daddy got to ask us this week?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there we
you
go.
got that too.
Although this could lead us down another crazy road.
Yeah, I don't know. I should really.
Speaking of cold dead titties, let's see what Big Daddy has for us.
You know, it's funny. We keep saying we should really see what he's gonna say.
The Media Virus Podcast presents a Stanley McFadden production. Big Daddy proudly brings to you
Big Daddy asks.
Hang on. That wasn't on screen.
Yep. Got no video.
You don't have it?
There it is.
It wasn't up. I just put it up. Go ahead and.
What the fuck? I thought it was up.
Nope.
Well, you guys missed it. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Rewind.
We're gonna start from.
Big Daddy asks.
Stay down, stupid. Stay down, stupid.
fellas. You're out in public, and a woman who you just met starts making trouble with you. And before you can de-escalate the situation, she knocks you the fuck out. When you wake up, what's your next move?
It's a very simple move. Okay. What you do is you very politely and very calmly pour gasoline around the exterior of her home and then light it and run. Because she can either chase you or she can save her house. Anyone else?
I feel like you're gonna have to cut a titty off
Wow.
and put it in her mouth.
That's a pretty extreme. Did you have that opinion before C Block?
No, I was inspired by the last story that we had.
Oh, good. How about you, Pete?
Get knocked out. Wake up. I don't know.
Well, absolutely nothing. You would just
No, I need a little time to think about it.
you had the whole time.
Like you took the good one, fucker.
You're right. I
All I
usually
can
don't
tell
go
you
first.
You took the best one.
When I awaken from unplanned unconsciousness or unconsciousness that I didn't have control over to begin with, because anesthesia can be rough on me too, I am usually about fit to kill a motherfucker. So there would be a violent rampage.
Cut a titty off, shove it in her mouth.
The Saw movies come to mind.
That's a lot.
Pick one of the scenarios from those.
Like that's real complicated. Takes a lot of planning. You know what I mean? Expensive. My plan's like what, $10?
How do you even find a micro cassette and then enough wax to put it in wax inside of a wax inside of a wax inside of a wax? Then you got to swallow it. That's just too much.
Yeah. You know,
Just cut a titty off.
$10 worth of unleaded. You're done. You know, 'cause it sends a message.
$10 worth of unleaded doesn't go as far as it used to.
When you're setting a house on fire, it goes pretty fucking far. Like that right now. That like 3 gallons? You know what I mean?
I think we can all agree, though, bitch has got to go.
Oh yeah, no. She's especially like if you were trying to de-escalate the situation. We didn't see a lot beforehand. I mean, you know, listen, a lot of times when you have a woman that you don't know acting out, you've got to remove yourself from that situation.
Yeah.
Especially if she finds you attractive. Because she's showing out for you. And that's not good, because that means she wants you to take action. You don't need to take action because you know what I mean? Listen.
You also have
There's a good chance
to deal with.
Exactly. There's a good chance that after she knocks you out, she's gonna fuck you.
That's never
You're gonna wake up with this gorilla mouth bitch riding your dick hard.
Or worse.
With her hands, or worse, with her hands around your throat.
That's not where I was going, but close. You know, you want to. That's when women start showing out, whether you've known them for a while. Like, I understand at this point, if Erica ever starts showing out, I just got to start showing out too, and take whatever comes. Take the beating I get. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But like, of course, I'm going to try and de-escalate the situation the best that I can. And if you can't, what's Pete playing with?
Pete, are you finger fucking something in the car?
Maybe.
Eating fucking chips.
I find it perfect that they're not in frame. So you have no idea.
That was so smooth.
All right. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about a big giant gorilla mouth bitch riding your dick after she knocks you unconscious, and she's screaming, "Whose dick is this? Whose dick is this?"
Yeah, that would be terrifying. Yeah. That terrifies me to the core. But like, you know, when chicks start showing out, that's when you've got to show them that you're not taking their shit. You know, that's the thing. And I try to explain that to as many people as I can. Like, just because somebody wants to hand you a big bag of shit doesn't mean you have to take it. Like, just because somebody wants to eat a bag of chips on your fucking podcast doesn't mean you
unless, of course, she shows you a big bag of shit and you say that you don't want to take it, and then she smacks you in the face with it.
I mean, you would hope that that's not the. Did you have something you actually wanted to say, Pete, or you just wanted to eat more chips so I can hear you breathe nasally?
I was going to say, I'm not far from your house, Maddie.
You know, honestly,
you can stop by and record with him.
Yeah, if you're nearby my house, C block, stop by. You just come over. You can sit right here in Ricky's chair, and I won't be nearly as mean to you because you'll be right there. You know?
I'm going to bring a taser just in case.
I don't think that's necessary. Maybe I'm going to revoke my my invitation. I'm not sure. So what's going on? What we got? What's happening in the land of Stanley McFadden, Big Daddy? What's
in the land of Big Daddy? This Saturday, That is March 15th is the next Fearless show at the Delaware Contemporary. Tickets are $20. Go to cdc.org. Show starts at 8 o'clock. It goes to about 9:30. If you want to learn how to do improv, you can sign up for the improv workshop. I think that starts at 4 p.m. $30 will get you both the free workshop. $30 will get you both a workshop and tickets to the show. The next Forgetful Squirrels show is, I believe, April. Shit, I don't know. It's late April. Check the socials for that. And then you can find us at the Drip Cafe in Lantana Square in Hockessin. That's Fearless again. That'll be in October. No, not October. Fucking April 18th, I believe. And April 19th, the next night, back at the Delaware Contemporary for another show.
Damn.
Popping off.
Damn.
Big Daddy's got 4 shows in the next 30 days.
Holy shit.
Multiple opportunities to see the master at work.
There are so many opportunities to see me and my dick.
What?
All right, maybe just me. On stage, swinging my dick.
You're
But
Your big
Check
meaty
out-
proverbial comedy penis, right?
my big comedy dick. Check out cdc.org or Fearless Improv, and you can check out any of the socials for Forgetful Squirrels. That would be Forgetful Squirrels on Facebook, YouTube, MySpace, Facebook,
MySpace, AOL message boards.
AOL message boards.
MySpace is officially gone. I tried to look at something there. Apparently the database finally crashed and they were unable to restore it.
Tom is gone.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. So, and Pete's driving Lyft all over the northern Delaware area.
Southeastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, he treks into southeastern Pennsylvania.
Occasionally.
You slip him a couple bucks, he might drive you to Jersey. You know?
Yeah. Been known to do that.
Well, they pay for your toll, right?
Yeah. Lyft pays you back for the toll. In addition to the ride fee.
You have an easy pass.
I do. I haven't re-upped on it in a while. I haven't been doing Jersey runs for a while.
Well.
What? Yeah.
Anybody else?
Mhm.
Pete, you got anything?
I've listened to every episode that there is available of Stepmoms Without Children. I need more.
I need more.
Waiting with bated breath, for more of that. I have made lots of scores via the Goodwill stores in the area. Today I scored a vintage Revere 8mm projector so that I can, make snuff films and.
You can't make them. You can only show them with that.
Hey, Maddie, you want to guest star?
We got to get the camera to make them, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for an 8mm camera.
They're out there. There's people
Yeah.
still play with them.
Yeah, no, I was surprised to find this thing today. It didn't come in the the like clamshell case or
Right.
whatever, or
Right.
the case that clamps over the top of it, but it was in virtually pristine shape. So I was like,
Sweet.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn more about Ligma, you can check out the Media Virus podcast on Spotify, YouTube, or Facebook.
That's the mediavirus.com as well.
Yeah.
We've got a whole
Absolutely.
section of Ligma facts.
Learn more. You can learn everything you need to know about Ligma.
Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to leave you this week, folks.
I
It's
think
been
we're out of
real.
stall.
Thank you for joining us on the 226th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. It's always a pleasure, and here to play you out. Last week, we promised you a closer based on last week's closing, so here it is. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46 Voice. That's 302-46 Voice. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46 Voice today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Ricky Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS-01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Matty Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform. And that's how we end the show now.
That's fucking great.
Just so that there was no editing needed. If you might think that because all the special effects he had in there that the original was edited, where we took this one little clip of him dancing and technically it in. No, that's him the whole time.
It was
That was a full 2 minutes.
Because that was originally just we're going to throw this image up and come up with something later. We had just developed the idea right before showtime, and then Big Daddy did that dance.
And then the magic happens.
That made TMVP history. So we are signing off for real this time, guys. And Pete's still eating chips. So everything's fine.
no, actually, Pop Rocks and Coke.
Oh Christ!
Trying to blow my head off.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go treat my Ligma.